Dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria. Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig
it? What's up, weirdos, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today got an odd flick lined up for us. It is Sutton Rowley's 1974, just crazy disaster flick, I guess you could call it. It is Chosen Survivors, and this one is just wickedly weird, and just, you have to see it to believe it, so let's get right in. Here is Chosen Survivors. Chosen Survivors is a bizarre yet highly entertaining nuclear disaster creature feature drama, which boggles the mind with its unusual concept and endless twists and turns. Brutal, peculiar, and all-around wacky, the production excels in upping the ante in ridiculously weird 70s schlock madness. With colorful characters and chaos around every corner, Chosen Survivors is a fun and fierce romp that truly gives us something that we've genuinely never seen before. The film follows a select group of chosen survivors after a series of atomic bombs decimate the entire globe after World War III lays waste to the world, bringing about a devastating nuclear Armageddon. Trapped but safe in a state-of-the-art bomb shelter miles below the Earth, the group struggles with the psychological trauma, grief, and seclusion as they come to terms with all that has happened. Unfortunately, that's not all they have to worry about, because a pack of blood-sucking vampire bats have invaded their inner sanctum, forcing the group to fight for their lives as they are picked off one by the ravenous winged beasts. Can anyone survive this brand new terror? Or are the last human survivors doomed to die a horrible and extremely unpredictable death? With a tremendously diverse and large cast, the film does an amazing job in introducing all of our survivors and giving each of them a distinct and memorable flair for this unexplainable flick. The terrorized performers and frightened survivors of this bafflingly entertaining production are Jackie Cooper as Raymond Cousins, a corporate genius specializing in innovative business practices, and also being a grade A prick. Richard Jekyll as Major Gordon Ellis, a military man stationed at the underground bunker and a hardened survivor. Barbara Babcock as Dr. Lenore Chrisman, an accomplished psychologist who begins to crack under the overwhelming pressure of the situation. Bradford Dillman as Peter Macomber, a behavioral scientist who's constantly observing the group as they spiral further into madness. Lincoln Kilpatrick as Woody Russo, an Olympic gold medalist who fights tooth and nail to get out of this sticky situation. And finally, Alex Cord as Stephen Mays, an astute philosopher who's contemplating the meaning of life while fighting off the bloodthirsty bat menace. Everyone across the board does a great job with the hectic material. Though it's an unusual premise and one that frankly shouldn't work, the cast does a remarkable job in treating the threat and situation as serious as a heart attack, making the overall premise that more plausible within the confines of this out-of-control flick. Literally batshit crazy, Chosen Survivor is something of a wild 70s oddity. Its unusual premise and twisting narrative genuinely keep you on your toes, wondering what bonkers thing will happen next to these desperate survivors. It's the unpredictable nature of the production that really keeps things feeling fresh, as we wonder who will be knocked off next by these relentless bloodthirsty bats. With 70s style and Cold War fears, the film supercharges the bedlam to unparalleled levels, and the visual palette of the movie is quite vibrant and often surreal at times, especially when the horror elements take center stage and the cast of characters begin losing their grip on reality. It's a paranoid-infused production to say the least, and one that is highly original, extremely oppressive, and all-around enjoyable to see play out. There really isn't anything like it out there, and not too many films can come close to its claustrophobic setting, unusual antagonists, and wacky cast of lunatics. If you love productions that think outside of the box and present something that is so unusual that you're curious on how it was even made in the first place, then this, my friends, should be your cup of tea. In the end, Chosen Survivors is a batty and bombastic creature feature nuclear scare flick that goes above and beyond in its pursuit to shock and awe its audience with its complete and utter batshit crazy weirdness. And there you have it, you cult classic survivors. That is the stupendously weird and ultimately fun Chosen Survivors. Just a really, really strange flick to say the least. One that is just so unusual, the premise, how it goes from being one kind of movie to the next, and then just having the main antagonist being bloodthirsty bats. Just weird in general. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you all at the next movie review. Take care.